I'm going to read this in real time with my real reactions if I was to ever really listen to one of his speeches. This is how I probably would react. This, okay, bear with me. Well, thank you very much. This is incredible. Media will not show the magnitude of this crowd. Even when I turned on today, I looked and I saw thousands of people here. But you don't see hundreds of thousands of people behind you because they don't want to show that. We have hundreds of thousands of people here, and I just want them to be recognized by the fake news media. Turn your cameras around, please, and show what's really happening out here, because these people are not going to take it any longer. They not going to take it any longer. Go ahead. Turn your cameras, please, which you show. They came from all over the world, actually, but they came from all over our country. I just really want to see what they do. I just want to see how they covered. I've never seen anything like it, but it would be really great if we could be covered fairly by the media. The media is the biggest problem we have as far as I'm concerned. The single biggest problem. The fake news and the big tech. Big tech is now coming into their own. We beat them 4 years ago. We surprised them. We took them by surprise. And this year, they rigged an election. They rigged it like they never rigged an election before. And by the way, last night, they didn't do a bad job either, if you notice. I'm honest. I just say, again, I want to thank you. It's just a great honor to have this kind of crowd and to be before you and hundreds of thousands of American patriots who are committed to the honesty of our elections and the integrity of our glorious republic. All of us here today do not want to see our election victory stolen by emboldened radical left Democrats, which is what they're doing, and stolen by the fake news media. That's what they've done, what they're doing. We will never give up. We will never concede. It doesn't happen. You don't concede when there's theft involved. Our country has had enough. We will take it. We will not take it anymore. And that's what this is all about. And to use a favorite term that all of you people really came up with, we will stop the steal. Today, I will lay out just some of the evidence proving that we won this election, and we won it by a landslide. This was not a close election. You know, I say sometimes jokingly, but there's no joke about it. I've been in 2 elections. I won them both, and the second one. I won much bigger than the first. Okay. Almost 75 million people voted for our campaign, the most of any incumbent president by far in the history of our country. 12 million more people than 4 years ago. And I was told by the real pollsters, we do have real pollsters. They know that we were going to do well and we are going to win. What I was told, if I went from 63 million, which we had 40 years ago, to 66 million, there was no chance of losing. Well, we didn't go to 66. We went to 75 million, and they say we lost. We didn't lose. And by the way, does anybody believe that Joe had 80 million votes? Does anybody believe that he had 80 million computer votes? It's a disgrace. There's never been anything like that. You could take third world countries. Just take a look. Take third world countries. Their elections are more honest than what we've been going through in this country. It's a disgrace. It's a disgrace. Even when you look at last night, they're all running around like chickens with their heads cut off with boxes. Nobody knows what the hell is going on. There's never been anything like this. We will not let them silence your voices. We're not going to let it happen. I'm not going to let it happen. Audience chants, fight for Trump. Thank you. And I love to have it if those tens of thousands of people would be allowed. The military, the Secret Service. And we want to thank you. And the police, law enforcement, great. You're doing a great job. But I love it if they could be allowed to come up here with us. Is that possible? Can you just let him come up, please? And Rudy, you did a great job. He got guts. You know what? He got guts. Unlike a lot of people in the Republican Party, he got guts. He fights. He fights. And I tell you, thank you very much, John. Fantastic job. I watch. That's a tough act to follow, those two. John is one of the most brilliant lawyers in the country. And he looked at this and he said, what an absolute disgrace that this can be happening to our Constitution. And he looked at Mike Pence, and I hope Mike Pence is going to do the right thing. I hope so. I hope so. Because if Mike Pence does the right thing, we win the election. All he has to do, all this is from the number one, or certainty, one of the top constitutional lawyers in our country. He has the absolute right to do it. We're supposed to protect our country, support our country, support our Constitution, and protect our Constitution. States want to revolt. The states got defrauded. They were given false information. They voted on it. Now they want to rectify. They want it back. All Vice President Pence has to do is send it back to the states to recertify, and we become president. And you are the happiest people. And I just spoke to Mike. I said, Mike, that doesn't take courage. What takes courage is to do nothing. That takes courage. And then we're stuck with a president who lost the election by a lot, and we have to live with that for 4 more years. We're just not going to let that happen. Many of you have traveled from all across the nation to be here, and I want to thank you for the extraordinary love, for your extraordinary. Oh no, I said that. That's what it is. There's never been a movement like this, ever, for the extraordinary love for this amazing country and this amazing movement. Thank you. The audience chants, we love Trump. By the way, this goes all the way. Oh my God, how long is this? This is pretty long. He said, oh yeah, he said, oh Lord. Okay, I'm not going to read all this. This is crazy. This is. Yeah, he's rambling. Yeah. You know they want to get rid of the Jeff. No, he's talking about this. You know they wanted to get rid of the Jefferson Memorial. Either take it down or just put somebody else in there. I don't think that's going to happen. It damn well better not. Although with this administration, if this happens, it could happen, you'll see some really bad things happen. They'll knock out Lincoln too, by the way. they've been taking his statue down. But then we signed a little law. You hurt our monuments, you hurt our heroes, you go to jail for 10 years and everything stopped. You notice that? It stopped. Oh boy. Okay. Okay, let's go to the end, see how he ended. Oh my Lord, he said all this? The day before the election, the state of Pennsylvania reported the number of absentee ballots that had been sent out. Yet this number was suddenly and drastically increased by 400,000 people. It was increased, nobody knows where it came from, but 400,000 ballots one day after the election. It remains totally unexplained. They said, well, we can't figure that. Now, that's many, many times. Oh my goodness. In Wisconsin, corrupt Democrat-run cities deployed more than 500 illegal, unmanned, unsecured drop-offs, which collected a minimum of 91,000 unlawful votes. It was a razor thin, the loss. This one thing alone is much more than we would need, but there are many things. People really actually stood up here and watched this man say all this. Okay, more than 4,500 illegal ballots were cast by individuals who do not appear on the state's own voter rolls. 66,000 votes. Each one of these is far more than we need. 66,000 votes in Georgia was cast by individuals under the legal voting age. At least 15,000 ballots were cast by individuals who moved out of the state prior to November the 3rd election. They say they moved right back. They moved right back. Oh, they moved out. They moved right back. Okay. They miss Georgia that much. I do. I love Georgia, but it's a corrupt system. In the state of Arizona, 36,000 ballots was illegally cast by non-citizens. Oh my God. Now, if all this was true, why did he lose all his courts? Now, this is amazing. He went on to lose, and then he came back in 2020 and won. They say he didn't win. Him and that Elon stole the election. Wow. I can't read all this. Oh my God. All right, I'm out of here. God damn. Oh, thank you for watching. Oh.